Welcome back to Pilgrims Walk, 3 debates in 20 minutes. This week, we're talking about that Sheffield United performance. Even our Sheffield United fans said, can't see why Plymouth are anywhere near the bottom. If they play like that each week, they'll stay up. We'll get these two fans' views on that. We're also talking about the Phelan impact and why does the Championship feel a little bit flat this season? We'll get all their views on all of that. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got Chris and Matt back with us. Drop us a subscribe if you haven't yet done so. We really, really want to get these numbers up. Thank you so much for all the love you've given us so far. Right, Chris, I put it to you. If you play like that at Bramall Lane every week, you'll finish mid-table, won't you?
Mark, I'll put it on Twitter as soon as we came out. Play like that every week, certainly away from home, and we'll gain more points than what we'll lose. It's a strange one because at the end of the day, we lost 2-0, but it felt like we came away with something because we came away with hope that we got a bit of a brighter future than what we saw 4 days previous when we played Swansea, because we came away from that one absolutely down. And then away from home at Sheffield United, everyone's expecting us to go up there and get an hammering. Nothing like it. We were the better side. Even Wilder, all their fans were quiet. Argyle's 1,100 up there, absolutely giving it from the first minute to the last. Even when we went 1-0 down, we got beyond the team, and they responded, and they played with confidence. They played with the right attitude. They played with a will to win, and it was great to see what's gone on in that 4 days between Swansea and Middlesbrough and playing Sheffield United. Who knows? But let's hope it continues.
Yeah, I've never seen a loss being celebrated so much as this one. Of course, the last time you were in Sheffield, Matt, it didn't end very well at all. Were you as impressed?
Yeah, I've only caught the highlights, but I listened on the radio, and everyone was saying that they were the best team by far, and it's positive signs. Maybe it's the Phelan effect. I don't know, but it's coincidental. It must be, if not, but. Yeah, I mean, as far as you can go from not getting any points and putting a good performance in, it's what we've been after, really, as fans. We know that we ain't going to compete at the highest level of this league, but we just want to compete and put in an effort. And yeah, that's what we want to see, isn't it, as fans? We just want to see the effort week in, week out.
Okay. Let's have a look at some tweets. Yeah, PFC Buzz says, play like that every week and we will stay up, no problem. Pete says, one of the best teams to come to the lane so far this season. Your 14 and 15 causes all sorts of problems and you played really well. Hope you keep Rooney and stay up. Need his context to get a young Prem forward. Well done, travelling fans. Keep going and good luck. And that was one of many, many Sheffield United fans commenting this week. Of course, how were they 14 and 15 then, Chris? They ran the show, didn't they?
Well, Michael Obafemi, he had a great game apart from their goal. He thought he was going to get sniped by the ball. Yeah, have a go at it. He's about 2 yards away from the guy who's going to take a shot, and he's turned his back on him. Yeah. You don't do that. You don't do that any standard of football, and that's cost us that first goal. And their second goal didn't come till the 88th minute, and that was a penalty. And even when they scored that first one on 19 minutes, we were still the better team before. We were still the better team afterwards. They got away with one in that first half. And if GB had his scoring boots on, he's had a great opportunity in front of goal. And Coops has already dived to his left, and he was on the deck. All he had to do was put it in the net, open goal, and he's missed it. He hit it the way he was facing, unfortunately, which was wide. But I came away with a lot of hope from that. And yeah, Bondu, I've been a bit of a critic of his. He had a great game. There wasn't anyone who came out negatively. Adam Randall, for me, ran the show. Absolutely star he was. And we had Gibson in the post, and it was all Argyle. And we came away. We just lost 2-0, but it didn't feel like it. Like I said earlier, it felt like we've almost won that. You don't get away home managers coming in and applauding the away section like Wilder did to us, unless there was a reason for it.
Yeah,
we deserved it.
Yeah, great shout. Adam says, it's the best we've played away in a long time. We dominated most of the play. We were let down by 2 errors, but I can't fault anyone today. Exactly what you said, Chris. Phelan has changed something because we looked a good team today. Cooper made one world-class save from our header. Keep the same lineup until January, he says. We'll come on to that bit in a second, but it's hard to guess, Matt, what the Phelan effect has been. But did you notice anything tactically or in terms of shape that was different?
Not really. I got the impression there was more confidence. I kind of get the impression he's just basically gone round him and put his arm around him saying you're a good player. And if people like Wayne Rooney and Phelan had come around and say you're a good player, sure, that's going to put a spring in your step, isn't it? Let's be honest. A world-class player like Wayne Rooney and arguably one of the best number 2s around. If they're saying you're a good player, it's gonna put a spring in anyone's step, isn't it? So I think it's more of that, really. I think it's more of management. It's a different voice, isn't it? Like I touched on last week, that Fergie kept changing his number 2s for kind of keeping it fresh, because obviously his voice was there all the time, but he changed his number 2 a lot just to keep it fresh in the change room. And that's obviously what Rooney's done now, and hopefully that's going to kickstart it, because I've said it before, I think Rooney needs a bit of luck. He's not had much luck as a manager, and hopefully now having Phelan by his side, he might get the rub of the green, because he hasn't had it at all for Argyle, which is a shame, because he started off really well.
When you lost to Swansea, Chris, where were we with the fans at home park? There's no chance Rooney was going to get sacked because of Phelan coming in, was there? But are the fans still behind him? Where are we? 50% still Rooney in?
Well, certainly going back to last Tuesday regarding when we played Swansea, I would say it was pretty much a 50-50 element, for and against. A team that was devoid of any confidence. 4 days later, whether Mike Phelan suddenly becomes Paul McKenna and he's hypnotised them or something, I don't know what's going on. But the confidence was there for all to see. And if that is the Mike Phelan effect, then I'll take it. I'm not convinced it is, because he can't do that much in 4 days. But if he's put his arm around him and give him the confidence that's required, then yeah, great. But on Saturday, again, you show that effort, and the Argyle fans were all singing Rooney as well, so it's changed around. Where it was 50-50 against Swansea, I was going to say it's more like 70-30 on Saturday, but that we only had 1,100 fans there, but they were beyond Rooney for sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, both of you, for that. Middlesbrough then up next. Oh, sorry. Before we move on, Cooper as well. We must mention him, of course, coming to applaud the fans. Class keeper. Matty didn't really have too many saves to make, but he was...
What a keeper!
Yeah,
what a keeper! What a man! Not conceded a goal at Bramall Lane, has he? That says it all, doesn't it? That's 9 clean sheets in a row now. It's just
absolutely crazy.
He's heading for the top.
Yeah, it's a reunion with another player then this weekend in Finnazaz, who has
Sweet
been.
Prince.
Who has been lighting up the championship with Borough. Borough fans say he's taken a while to get going this season, but now he has. He is on fire. Chris, did you always see in him a top quality championship player?
Absolutely. You had to, Mark. Anyone who knows anything about football, they could see absolute quality in that man. He could do things that other people couldn't, and we've absolutely missed him tremendous. We had an opportunity of getting him in the summer when he first signed, but it was always going to be an issue with his wages. But so we had him up until January of last year. And of course, when he went, we've never filled that number 10 role since, really. And that's a central midfielder, attacking midfielder that we're missing. And hopefully that's one of the things that Rooney's going to be looking at in the January transfer. He mentions there's going to be 2 to 3 coming in. As an in, I guess that area is one of the areas that he's looking at.
What about you, Matt? Did you always see a quality player around him?
Everything we did went through him. But Whittaker got all the headlines, but everything went through Finnazaz. He was the heartbeat of the team. When we went up, when we won the league, everything went through him. And then when we in the championship, everything again went through him. And yeah, we just miss him a lot.
He got his fair share of goals as well, didn't he?
Sorry?
He got his fair share of quality goals as well.
Oh, he did indeed, yeah. But like I said, everything went through him. But Whittaker got all the headlines where I think he kind of, I don't think he minded. I think he kind of liked the fact he wasn't the big man. I think he kind of thrived that way. But everything went through him. He just made the team tick.
All right. Well, join us next week as we look back on how that game has gone. Borough away from home, they are beatable. So it could be a good game. This one. Before we let you go, then this week we're talking about football and the Championship feeling a little bit flat this season. So people are saying it's not as exciting as people expect it to be. Just wanted to get your views on that, really. Chris, do you agree with that for some reason? Football in general feeling a little bit kind of flat?
It probably is, Mark, and I'm convinced the issue lies with Sky, or the various kickoffs that teams are getting. I'm looking at Saturday's game is a 3:00 kickoff. We haven't got another 3:00 kickoff almost for 3 months, 11 weeks. That's next March is our next 3:00 kickoff. Wow. We've got about 3 or 4 on the trot at 12:30. We've got evening games. And it's an issue with travelling supporters who come to Plymouth because we are a long way away. We get it every week when we go away to 12:30 kickoffs. We're having to leave so much earlier. And I'm convinced that's one of the things that's making people put them off watching at the moment. You know, you're not getting the major attendances, and Sky, people find it easier to why get up at 2:30 in the morning to set your alarms and go to, all these stupid places like I do to witness away games when you can sit at home and watch it at 12:30 with a coffee stroke pint in your hand,
Yeah, it's a great point. And you have to wonder, don't you, I suppose, Matt, who on earth is watching Watford versus Plymouth on a 12:30 on a Saturday?
I'd like to counter-argue that and say that I think the Championship's one of the most exciting leagues in the world. I think everyone's beatable. Everyone could beat everyone. It's so hard to predict. Well, I don't think it's stale at all. I think it's brilliant. I love the Championship. I think long may it continue. I know, yes, I agree the kickoff times are annoying. That is Sky, but as a football product, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. Personally, it always has been. Just some people have said this year, well, we've not had many, big match thrillers. It's gone a bit stale. Everyone's just playing the same way, Matt. Everyone's playing out from the back. It's just getting a little bit stale.
What? You could say that. But I think that's a Pep thing, isn't it? That's kind of Pep killing football. They're all playing out the back, not taking a goal kick properly. What happened wrong to hitting it long to Mickey Evans, eh? Yeah, second balls, that sort of thing. But yeah, I like I said, I really like this style of football at the moment. I think it's exciting.
I agree. I think it's one of the best divisions that we have. Actually, you look at the Premiership.
It's better than the Premier League.
It's divided into those who's got money and those who haven't. I know that you could say arguably the same as the Championship, but as you say, everyone on their day can beat anyone else. If Plymouth Argyle, one from we were joint bottom Saturday, can go to the top of the league and take them on. You're not going to get.
We beat Leicester last year, didn't we?
Sorry?
We beat Leicester last year, didn't we? That shows you how it goes. And they went up straight up, didn't they? So
yeah, you got Luton coming down from the Premier. They've had their parachute payments and they're struggling. So. It's not all about the parachute payments in that Championship, They're good teams and they're there for a reason in the Championship, and it's a tough division to get out of.
I think there's only 4 teams that have been in the Premier League as well, so that kind of shows as well the quality of the league as well.
Okay. Right, thank you very much, both of you. That we'll leave that there for this week. Like I said, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Press the button down there. We're here every single week reviewing every single game and chatting to lots of different Plymouth fans as we do so. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Matt. And thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. Enjoy the Borough game.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.